Welcome to the 153rd commencement exercises of the Winona Senior High School. Before the commencement program begins, please silence your cellular devices and electronic devices. Also, please hold your applause until all names have been read so everyone can hear their student's name. Thank you. Please stand to welcome the Winona Senior High School class of 2023. Please remain standing as the Winona Senior High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Russell Diggins and Mr. Tim Gleason, perform our national anthem. Please be seated. For 153 years, the Winona Senior High School has had the privilege of honoring graduates through commencement. And as a part of the ceremony, the superintendent has the role of welcoming the graduates and their family and friends. Welcome, Dr. Freiheit.
Thank you. Welcome to the 153rd Annual Commencement Exercises of Winona Senior High School. I'm Dr. Annette Freiheit, Superintendent of Winona Area Public Schools, and I'm very excited to kick off this ceremony. I want to begin with my deepest gratitude and thanks to parents and families for all that you have done for our graduates throughout their journey. Thank you to all of the Winona Area Public Schools staff for their dedication, patience, and commitment to doing the very best for our students, families, and community. The class of 2023 kicked off their high school career in 2019-2020, which we all know for the COVID pandemic and distance learning that spring. We also did a drive-by graduation ceremony where no one got out of their vehicles. So we've come a long way in 4 years. Over the past 4 years, you have demonstrated the importance of relationships and supporting your peers and others, resilience in dealing with a pandemic, flexibility with the many changes and adjustments, believing in yourselves and others as you learn and work towards your dreams. Tonight, you take a big step in your life. It is a giant step into adulting. It is time for excitement and celebration of all of your accomplishments with your peers and loved ones. It is time for appreciation and gratitude for those who helped guide and support you in reaching this milestone. It is a time for courage as you face your next adventure, whether that is off to work, technical college, four-year university, the military, or any other of the many options that are out there. Tonight, I'd like to send you off with some words of wisdom. Now go and make interesting mistakes. Make amazing mistakes. Make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Break rules. Leave the world more interesting for you being here. That is written by Neil Gaiman, an author. It is said you learn more from your mistakes than your success. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Try new things. Move out of your comfort zone. You never know what opportunity or hidden passion or dream that may arise. Lady Gaga says, don't allow people to dim your shine because they are blinded. Tell them to put on sunglasses. This reminds me of a song I learned as a young girl, and no, I'm not going to sing it for you. This light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Each of you has a different light that will shine brightly at different times. But don't let anybody distinguish it for you. It should be extinguished, sorry. Each of you has a light that will shine for a different purpose. That is your reason for being. When your light is feeling dim, reach out. There is someone who cares for you and will help you brighten your light. And in the infinite wisdom of Yoda, Star Wars fame, do or do not. There is no try. Do be kind to others. Do step in and help those less fortunate than you. Do lift up others up when they are down. Do try new things. Do be true to yourself. Do treat others as you want to be treated. Do make the world a better place. No matter where you go or what you do, be bold enough to use your voice, brave enough to listen to your heart, and strong enough to live the life you imagined. Class of 2023, thank you for your leadership, your perseverance and resilience, your passion and empathy. The staff, administration, and school board wish you the strength, grace to live large, dream big, to dare boldly. Class of 2023, congratulations.
Please welcome our Winona Senior High School Choir under the direction of Dr. Travis Sletta as they sing Like an Eagle.
Like an eagle, I will soar above the clouds. I must spread I will fly. Like an eagle, I will soar above the clouds. I will spread my wings and fly into the sun. Like an eagle, I will race above the stars. I will fly to places yet unseen. Go beyond my wildest dreams. Know that you are watching over me. Like an eagle, I will race above the clouds. Like an eagle, I will fly. Like an eagle, I will fly. I'm gonna fly the highest mountain. Fly. I'm gonna fly the highest mountain. Fly. I'm gonna fly above the clouds. Fly. I'm gonna fly the highest mountain. Fly. I'm gonna fly above the clouds like an eagle. I will fly.
Winona Senior High School has had a long tradition extending back to the 1950s of class members speaking at commencement exercises. This year, we have 3 young adults who will be speaking on subjects they have chosen as being appropriate for this occasion. It is with great pleasure that we present to you this year's class speakers. Abigail Russell, Are We There Yet? Nico Stern, Carpe Diem. Freya Wolf, Who Are We?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the best graduation ceremony you will ever attend. Right? I guess I might be a little biased. Okay, be honest. What gave it away? Was it my smile? Or the fact that I'm wearing a cap and gown? My name is Abby Russell, and if I haven't mentioned it yet, I'm graduating. I would like to thank everyone that helped me get to this point in my life, including teachers, staff, family, and classmates. And an even bigger thank you to my parents, Kent and Tina. My parents have been and always will be 2 amazing role models to me. I can say without their continuous positive impact on my life, I wouldn't be the same person talking in front of you today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you do. You both will always be my heroes. And Mr. Stephen Gilbertson, thank you for trying to teach me how to save my money. It hasn't worked yet, but I promise I think of you every time I buy my $8 teas. Here we are, the day we have been waiting for since we were handed our orange Class of 2023 shirts in kindergarten. What started out as years away turned into months, then into weeks, and then into days. We begged for time to go fast, continuing to ask if we were there yet. The moment everyone waits for, graduation. I remember sitting in middle school band. Mr. Gleason came to talk to us. His final words that day were, be a part of something bigger than yourself. I sat there puzzled. What the heck did that mean? Did I need to get bigger clothes, join more clubs? It wasn't until high school I started to understand what those words meant. During the end of our freshman year, we went into COVID lockdown. We had to lean on each other for support and guidance through that crazy time. Junior year is when we came back to almost our normal. Junior year is when I joined National Honor Society and continued in band. I had finally found my place in high school. We were able to make endless fun memories. One that will remain with me is the Florida band trip. So much laughter and so many jokes were made on that trip. My favorite memory from that trip is when we lost Ruby in Universal Studios. Sorry again about that, Ruby. While we were blessed with many fun and unforgettable memories, unfortunately, we have been struck with grief, loss, and trauma. But with that came healing. Senior year, the year that is supposed to be the best year of high school, started out that way until this past January, when we lost a vital member of our Winhawk family, Logan Monk. I watched everyone around me heartbroken and wondering how we were supposed to move on. Then, Mr. Gleason's words from middle school came flooding back to me. Be a part of something bigger than yourself. And that was it. The one positive we could take from the loss of our classmate and friend was to unite with each other. And that's exactly what we did. We gathered together and found comfort within each other. Our class has been through so much, and instead of coming out of high school weak, we are coming out stronger than most high school seniors around us are. The class of 2023 has been able to persevere through the ultimate loss and learn from it. I have no doubt in my mind that the people sitting before me will be able to achieve what may feel unachievable. I have never seen a more hardworking and dedicated class than the class of 2023. We made it to the point where we can pick our own path, whether that's going to college, joining the workforce, or the military, and everything else in between. We don't have to spend 7 hours looking at the same 4 walls that shaped us into the people we are today. While there is so much uncertainty, doubt, and unknown of what's next, each and every one of you have the power to do whatever it is you want to accomplish. Although this day felt so far away 13 years ago, none of us could have imagined how fast it would fly by. We spent so much time wanting to grow up, be older, taller, and wiser. So many unforeseen events and so many memories came with that time. But now here we are, sitting in our caps and gowns, ready for our name to be called, wondering what happens next. I hope all of you find your place in this world, even if it takes time. There's no doubt in my mind that you all have a place in this world waiting to be filled by you. Find what you love, not what others want you to love. Although many of us might be anxious, eager, or excited to find out what's next, take a breath. You don't need to grow up as fast as we hoped to 13 years ago. Take it all in and cherish the time you have and enjoy the wild ride of life. Congratulations, class of 2023. We no longer have to keep asking, are we there yet? We made it.
Sorry, I'm a little bit taller. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. I would like to begin with a moment of remembrance for our dear friend and classmate, Logan Monk. I want to express my endless gratitude to my family, friends, peers, and the Winona community as a whole for supporting myself and all of us through our education journey so far. It really does take a village. Throughout the last year, and the last 6 months in particular, I've been thinking a lot about what comes next. Not only what comes in the months after graduation, as many of us move away to college, but in years to come. A while ago, my mother introduced me to a quote by the great poet Mary Oliver. It reads, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" I have found myself coming back to this quote many times, asking the question repeatedly, attempting to find an answer. I then remembered a quote from George Bernard Shaw, who said, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself." Our lives are short, precious things, and what we do with each moment we have is of utmost importance. This is the end of our true childhood. From here, we move on to many different paths after high school. Anything that fits us best. It's a horrifying and beautiful thing at the same time. We're at a checkpoint of sorts that highlights both our academic achievements and maturation into the people that we are and have yet to become. I call on each and every one of you to, from this moment on, continue to make your lives extraordinary. Life is not about waiting for the time to come. It's about making the most of the time that is granted to you. I do not mean to say live foolishly, making choices that could harm oneself or others, but instead, really live. Just go for it. Take that trip, apply for that job, ask that person out, and just do it. Whatever that thing is, go for it. The worst thing that could happen is failure. And failure, what it does is it gives you motivation and insight to push for your dream again. I'd like to finish with a quote from Robin Williams from the movie Dead Poets Society. Carpe diem, seize the day, make your lives extraordinary. Once again, congratulations everyone, and thank you.
I'm a bit shorter, unfortunately. Hello, everyone. My name is Freya Wolf. I use any pronouns. My favorite color today is orange, and I am a member of the graduating class of 2023. Like many of you, I've spent these past few months trying to fit my entire life story and every aspect of who I am into 2-page essays for colleges and scholarships. And honestly, I am beyond relieved that today I barely have to talk about myself at all. But do not worry. I also am not going to ask you who you are or what you want to do with your life, because the truth of the matter is you do not have to know. I don't. I have my college chosen, ideas for law school, and cities I want to live in. And while that is more than many of us can say, I didn't choose my college till the week before the deadline. And tomorrow, I could wake up and never want to learn another history fact again. In fact, freshman year, I wanted to be a chemist. And anyone who knows anything about me should know that was a ridiculous idea, as I, in fact, do not like chemistry at all. Though I promise, it has nothing to do with any of my former science teachers. Love y'all. Not my thing. But whether a decision comes through a quiet epiphany, like my love for history, or 10 pro-cons lists like what college I should go to, I hope that that decision is yours and that you carry it with pride. Even if you change your mind, let yourself change your mind. Let yourself explore what you want and be confident in your own abilities. And most importantly, never let anyone tell you who you should be. Never let anyone tell you that your identity is invalid or that your humanity is not innate. Now, to teachers, administration, and all other WAP staff, genuinely thank you. Although I have not agreed with every decision you have made, as I am sure you question many of mine, I am beyond grateful to all of you for attempting to make us laugh in absurd situations, for listening to us rant about whatever nonsense happened to us that week, for going through beyond complicated processes to get us the resources we need, and for teaching us both academic knowledge and wisdom I will cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you for trying, for us, for all of our younger siblings, and for all of your students to come, because you have taught me that true wisdom exists in the ability to grow. And I know I have spent the past 4 years in many ways, thanks to you, growing and trying to figure out who I am. But I think that's what life is for. I have discovered there is never an end to the answer of that question. So, to the class of 2023, I am proud of each and every one of you, and I'm excited to watch you continue to grow, because you have each taught me that life is simply about grappling for joy and peace in a world of chaos, while trying to answer impossible questions. And frankly, I might never speak to some of you again, but I know that somehow a part of each of you has shaped me, and that those not with us today will live on in the ways they touched us. So thank you to everyone in the audience. Thank you to each of my parents, and especially thank you to my great-grandmother Lolly. Thank you to RBG, and thank you, Logan. May we make you proud, and may we shape a world that you deserved to see. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize our international exchange student, Patricio Rosado Espino from Mexico. You have been a wonderful addition to our student body, and we hope you've enjoyed your time in Winona and at Winona Senior High School. Our staff and students wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Class of 2023. Every single one of you has had a path to this point, and they all look different. And that is what makes this evening and moment so important to you and every other person who is here to support you. I know some of you will leave here and go out into the work world or to college, but no matter which way you go or what path you choose, always remember you leave a little bit of you everywhere you go. What will the mark be that you will leave? That is always completely up to you. Congratulations again to all of you, and may you always reach for exactly what you want, own who you are along the way, and grow with each new experience and opportunity. We will now present the class of 2023 for the purpose of conferring the high school diploma. Superintendent, members of the school board, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure to present to you these candidates for a high school diploma. By the powers vested in me by the state of Minnesota and the Board of Education for Winona Area Public Schools, I hereby certify that the students in front of us tonight have met the requirements as prescribed to receive a high school diploma from Winona Senior High School. Therefore, these students shall be conferred all the rights and privileges awarded graduates from this educational institution. As the representative for the Winona Senior High School administration and the principal of the Winona Area Learning Center, it is my honor to present these graduates with their diplomas. At this time, I would like to introduce the teachers that the class of 2023 selected to read their names this evening. Ms. Tanya Corcoran, Fine Arts. Mr. Stephen Gilbertson, Social Studies. Mr. Tim Gleason, Music. Ms. Katie Pierce, Social Studies. Ms. Barry Shank, Language Arts. Mr. Dwayne Bagley, Social Studies.
Isaac William Allred. Wyatt Baker. Stephen Ballard. Nolan Burton Barnard. Olivia Rain Becker. Ariana Rose Berlin Burns. Javion Christopher Blackman Jaswick. Hannah Ann Blood. Austin Alexander Bork. Brenna Lane Borzakowski. Preston Vernon Brand. Owen Anton Minarath Britsky. Rory Robert Briggs. Gwyneth Pauline Buswell. Malachi Sarith Cada. Brooke Ann Calto. Ava Emily Kelvey. Brian Thomas Casilius. Sawyer Anthony Chadbourne. Madeline Chernega. Aleshka Marie Claudio Mateos. Bryn Elizabeth Corcoran. Kaylee Nessa Cottrell. Kyle Andrew Kudrin. Aiden Matthew Krigler. Blake Tanner Culp. Ava Elizabeth Dulkey. Maxwell Daniel Dollenberg. Michelle Elizabeth Dang. Carly May Decker.
Nathaniel Walter Dennis. Caitlin Amanda Dorr. Braden Dean Draheim. Madeline Grace Draskowski. Peyton Anders Estep. Logan Thomas Ebertowski. Abigail Joy Ellenberg. Savina Rose Felsch. Anna Claire Florness. Cooper Michael Fort. Mitchell John Fort. Alexa Jade Frank. Natalia Louise France. Ashley Paige Gettleman. Angel Daniel Gonzalez Castro. Joseline Puente Gunderson. Ava Ray Hamzen. Kyle Richard Hancock. Julius Rude Hansen. Molly K. Heinert. Elena Caroline Hemmelman. Connor James Hemmelman. Shelby Rose Hemstock. Logan Dwayne Henningsen. Delaney Grace Herbson. Ruby Marie Hetzel. Gio Elijah Heinrich. Cody Sylvester Hill. Jakaya Faye Hodges. Peyton Dean William Hoff. Devin Ray Holman.
Natalie Ann Horick. Spencer Thomas Hundorf. Ivy Lynn Jackman. Dylan Richard Jacobson. Reese Allen Johnson. Clara May Jordan. Madeline Rose Kelscher. Tyler Patrick Kamrowski. Roman Arnold Kapusman. Ashley Ann Kent. Christina K. Klein. Alexis Lynn Kale. Rox Conkle. Carter Frank Koba. Aiden Gerald Craig. Mason Davis Craig. Aiden Michael Cronenbusch. Easton Jacob Cronenbusch. McBrennan Theodore Cronenbusch. Mason Anthony Langowski. Ella Rose Larson. Emma Lynn Larson. Emily Ann Lake. Rachel Caitlin Lepper. Owen Joseph Lydell. Riley Lynn Liston. Nathaniel Joseph Lohman. Jared Matthew Lose. Katrina Elizabeth Lose. April Ida Lopez. Alondra Nicole Lozada de Jesus. Christian John McKenzie.
Wyatt Franklin Manuel. Olivia Mary Marks. Savannah Joe Martin. Isabel Grace Marty. Macy Marie McNally. Marissa Sue McNally. Michaela Marie McNally. Dominic Charles McQuinn. Ethan James Merkowitz. Max Joseph Merkowitz. Cameron August Mercier. Christian Ivan Meyer. Jocelyn May Millen. Charlie Mitchell Miller. Patriana Tanette Mobley. Jack Hayden Moe. Melena Sony Monahan. Cameron Alexis Moore. Jonathan Carmen Model. Benjamin Timothy Motes. Mason Sean Mueller. Connor J. Murris. Jaden James Murphy. Jack Irvin Musta. John Leonard Newsom. Janessa K. Niemeyer. Sophia Claire Nisbet. Shania Marie Norwood. Biana Lee O'Hara. Reagan Christian Ullman.
Jada Lynn Awdal. Kira Christina Paulson. Kaylee Joe Peterson. Catherine Marie Fluhoft. Ava Joe Pike. Jaron Lucchini Pizarro. Mason Lucas Polis. Torrance Daryl Pope. Tisha Naresh Kumar Rami. Miles Robert Rasmussen. Julia Noel Reek. Caleb Abraham Reed. Cole Richard Reed. John Richard Ringland. Logan Anthony Rivers. Nishan Lewis Robinson. Natalie Marie Runningen. Abigail Jo Russell. Jasmine R.J. Sabota. Caden Daniel Shively. Xavier Biko Dixon Schultz. Cameron Michael Sense. Kennedy Lee Surley. Carlos Manuel Serna Pacias. Sarah Elizabeth Sheridan. Carter James Shields. Luke Burton Smaby. Michael David Smith. Nicole Emma Sparts. Sydney Joe Srock. Alice Marguerite St. Ange.
Azlulin K. Staff. Morgan K. Starzecki. Michaela Margaret Steffes. Julia Ann Steinfeld. Isaac Matthew Stemper. Nico Henry Stern. Joshua Benjamin Stout, Chris James Strain, Kaylin Tackett, Casey Alexander Templeton, Kate Taylor Thompson, Dylan David James Trester, Nicole Rose Ty, Cale Carter Ulier, Charles Renee Vandenberg, Carmel Michelle Vandermetten, Suyi Vang, Ashton Sil Vaughn, Trevin Jeffrey Vistenz, Asher James Wardwell, Natalie Ann Weber, Riley Jaden Waylaga. Sorry, Riley. Colin Thomas White. Jake Easton Wilhelm. Jezebel Grace Wolbe. Caitlin Marie Wydula. Freya Bella Wolf. Wesley Eric Woolen. Lauren Esther Wycheck. Joshua Mitchell Wright. Angelina Kauhua Zhang. Benjamin Yang.
Please rise, graduates. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your graduation cap. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Winona Senior High School class of 2023.